So this was an entirely routine operation into gun running?
There's no such thing as an entirely routine operation.
But you've done it before?
Infiltrate the Turkish mafia, no. Take on a false identity to get closer to a target, of course I have.
Can we talk a little bit more about that false identity? For this operation you were called Sophie, is that right?
Sophie Newman.
You speak German?
Yes.
Fluently?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little more about the objectives of Operation Aladdin?
Nothing more to tell. We suspected the Turkish mafia were stepping up a level and smuggling more than just heroin and handguns. We wanted to stop the weapons reaching terrorist groups.
And Miss Reynolds seduced Seville Ozal in order to gain access to that group.
Befriended.
Ozal was the entrance to the group we sought to infiltrate.
You know he's confessed to the murder of 17 people over the years?
Yes.
He's rediscovered religion.
So I hear.
He's also made a full confession about the warehouse massacre and the events leading up to it.
Massacre is a rather strong term to use for the murder of 3 people.
We tend to use strong terms when one of those killed was a fellow police officer. Ozal tells us that you encouraged him to carry out the murder of Emre Çelenk.
Don't answer that.
You went to that warehouse with your injunction to kill Çelenk ringing in his ears because that was one of MI5's objectives in Operation Aladdin.
You don't understand anything.
No more. That's it. Thank you, Superintendent. Let's go, Zoe.
This was an operation, okay, like thousands of others. It's
Except
something...
in this operation, a policeman died. Do you consider that to be collateral damage? Can you sit down, please? Both of you. May I remind you, Miss Reynolds, that you are under arrest. That you, Mr. Pierce, are attending this interview against all rules and as a result of the intervention of the Attorney General.
This whole investigation is a farce, whipped up by a police force motivated by revenge and a media obsessed with attacking the security services.
It is an investigation into a multiple murder whose victims included a brave police officer and a father of 2 young children.
Something that we profoundly regret, but for which we are not responsible.
I disagree. Miss Reynolds, I'm very sorry to have to say this, but I'm satisfied that we have the evidence to charge you.
Charge me with what?
In the case of Mehmet Salem and Hassan Doyan with involuntary manslaughter by an unlawful act. And that unlawful act forms the basis of the principal charge, which is conspiracy to murder Emre Çelenk.